Mic'd up.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets.
Shit, I don't hear nothing, man.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Close to straight. I don't hear you on the mic, man. I'll just go.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Oh my goodness, he warped to me. Come on now. That nigga warped to me. Why he moving so slow in this game? Slow already.
Second down. When you talk about this Jets defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
His first throw of the game.
He's going to jump back that far.
Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Throwing to start the drive. Joseph. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
18, Pioneer, 60 Eagles.
2nd and 3.
Give me that. Need that back.
That's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football, it winds up being picked. But fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, Jack. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass complete there in the corner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mustang 19. 19 right.
To the air goes Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Nicole Hardman.
Oh, man.
First touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jets, nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Got him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So you look at this defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Knock him out. Knock him out.
About 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Get it. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. 70 Lions. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw is Daniels. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Well, they go play action. Daniels. And throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Against a team coming up a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot can help you force incompletion.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Operating from the gun, Joseph. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Struggles continue. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season. And his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Dragon 60.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Get it. 18, Pioneers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready,
Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing.
Get out of here.
As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Super Wolf. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mitchell will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Given 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Ready.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Rig alert, rig alert. Ready.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But it looks like
How can I lose the ball? That's crazy.
And a big turnover there as
Crazy
his
work
guys
right there.
get the football back.
All right.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Okay, break.
This 2nd and 4.
Come on, ready.
Operating from the gun. Joseph. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. The Jets sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, on display in that victory.
19, Charger, 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On the jump.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun, Joseph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19, Lions. Go.
Operating from the gun, Joseph. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Daniels. And a quick throw here that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling headed to an okay game.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone.
Ooh, hope don't do it like that, number 9. Don't do it like that.
He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Joseph.
Hit him. Hit him hard when you hit him. Hit him hard when you hit him.
They're all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ridge. Dragon 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it in at the 22.
Ah, my bad. Oh, my goodness. I'm looking.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Get to the 50.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Going for the deep ball.
Pass interference, ref.
Continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Pass interference, golly.
He'll get the football in very good field position
That ball
late
right
in this
there,
first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Joseph. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Fuck him up out there.
Took a shot, couldn't connect. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Make that nigga pay for that.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game.
Fuck him up. Hit him.
Be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Complete on the deep ball.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Drop your line. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Joseph. It's caught. Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Red. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Here's Hall.
He's met up. Fuck him up.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
18 Pioneer. 70 Timberwolves.
Now Daniels. They'll let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
Did my quarterback stumble on the way back or what?
You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved.
Stumble.
That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's got his man out of the backfield. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Panthers 60. Panthers.
Off the play fake. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
Get on up.
What do the coaches decide to do?
Get on up.
Having thrown 3, do you...
Uh-oh.
To your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's the backup Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO.
Oh, no, wrong button.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold.
Oh, no, not that.
He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Wow.
And that's the
Who's that all?
this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Darnold. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Get out of here. You let him catch you? Portis?
9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a short gain there, so getting up only to about the 24.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
I'm back to that one. You got to pick that motherfucker up.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Washington.
60 Eagles, 60.
Daniels looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be
He
careful
got
not
blocked
to force
sewed up
anything
over
into
there.
coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Cowboy 80.
Here's Daniels.
Goodness, you stand there. You staring at me, my boy. You sit there staring at me.
Jermaine Johnson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
70, hot 70.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's been pass interference. You just beat my guy up out there.
But it's going to bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Wow. Come on. There your ass go.
It's a 39-yard punt.
Come on, man.
Return, and the Jets will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, get right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Oh, not this time. Same still, not this time. You're going to pick up somebody else, baby. He ain't pick on you.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
We're going to stop.
Darnold down to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back to throw, Darnold. And check down, complete to Hall. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now it's Darnold. And he completes it to Wilson. And he's in.
Man.
Touchdown, Jets.
What the fuck was that?
Garrett Wilson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's got it.
Come on, man. I wasn't that far up under. Get the fuck out of here.
Tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down. Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here goes, son.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Gets it underneath to Hall. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Touchdown incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold.
Look at that. Oh, they wouldn't let me get the pick, though. Oh, they wouldn't let me get the pick, though. Okay. They wouldn't let me get the pick, though.
A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Wow. They wouldn't let me get the pick, though. Let's see.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, Darnold. End zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
Here we go, son. Yo, lady. Red 80. Something happened. Come on. Go. You got motion there. You got motion there right there. Yo, lady. Yo, lady. It's up.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
He caught that behind his back. Show it again. He caught it behind his back.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Caught it behind his back.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe you're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Yep. Where he come from? Where he come from?
Set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Not 60 Maverick.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And up to the 45 before they're able to knock him down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
To throw is Daniels. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
60 Cardinal. 60 Cardinal. Come 19. Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Every time I gotta touch the ball.
Ready.
4th down. 10 yards to go.
Come on. Hey, 70 Lions. 19 Lions. Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it.
Yep. Every time. They're gonna knock it down every time now.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Outside. Red 80. Reset.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Time. Hey, we're going to do something. Ready?
Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now 2nd and 4.
36-yard line.
Go! Back to 60. Steady.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
1st down, Commanders.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go. Back to 15.
He's back to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on. Get smash. Hook at 19. Go.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is
91.
in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw. Oh,
He jumped it. He jumped it.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Good shit.
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense are clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jets, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.